Oh, goodness. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you guys were still here. You're back so suddenly. Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Last time on Obi-Wan Kenobi, we watched parts 1 and 2, which were pretty cool. We're basically showing Obi-Wan in his exile on Tatooine, 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. And, he's just trying to live a quiet life, basically. Obi-Wan Kenobi just wants to live peacefully. However, on Alderaan, an Inquisitor kidnaps Princess Leia in order to draw Obi-Wan out. Obi-Wan goes to Daiyu in order to save her, but does confirm to the Inquisitors that he is alive. The main Inquisitor who wants to find him being Inquisitor Reva, the third sister, who also stabs the Grand Inquisitor. He'll probably be fine, just needs to soak in a Bacta tank, you know? But now also Obi-Wan knows that Anakin is alive. Darth Vader is still alive, which is pretty crazy. It's about 2 days later, literally, from time of last episode going up to last time I recorded this. I literally recorded the first 2 episodes 2 days ago. I just edited them yesterday. At time of recording this, they're not even on YouTube yet. But yeah, I was not expecting to be back here so soon. So, yeah, I just suddenly this morning found out that Obi-Wan Kenobi is shifting over to Wednesdays. Because they just can't keep a consistent schedule at Disney+. So, yeah. So, where I thought these were going to go out on Fridays to coincide with, basically to coincide with the next episode going up, apparently these are going to go up on Sundays, because this is pretty much when I'll be able to get these out. Assuming everything goes well, basically, these should be up on Sundays, as is today. But anyway, yeah, I was not prepared for this. I thought, okay, you know, I've got work to do today. I've got to watch Prison Break. I've got to watch Full Metal. I've got the Season 4 premiere of Better Call Saul. That's going to be so crazy. I got to get to all those. Then suddenly, they're just dropping another episode of Obi-Wan. So, yeah, pretty crazy. But I guess we can't complain too much that we're getting more episodes. At least, I will say it's still better than the Netflix model of just release all the episodes at once, which I think Disney Plus has only really done that for Star Wars Visions, and that's it. So yeah, like, I actually prefer this weekly schedule, although I'd prefer weekly, you know? We're 2 days early, so, oh well. What can you do? Anyway, enough of me bitching aside. Why don't we just go ahead and jump right into this episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Here we go.
Anakin Skywalker is alive.
Ugh.
Anakin.
Man, it's like the beginning of Arrow, when they're like, Oliver Queen is alive. Oh.
He's been looking for you for a long time. He's coming, Master.
God, what is it about? We've seen this guy since Rogue One, but every time is just amazing.
He will pay for the Grand Inquisitor.
The Grand Inquisitor means nothing. Kenobi is all that matters now. Is that understood? I have been watching you, third sister.
Oh.
I know what it is you seek. Prove yourself, and the position of Grand Inquisitor is yours.
Ooh.
Fail me, and you will not live to regret it.
Oh, shit. Yes, my lord. Ugh!
The Force. What does it feel like?
Have you ever been afraid of the dark?
How does it feel when you turn on the light?
I feel safe.
Yes, it feels like that.
Laura!
Aw. Obi-Wan's the friggin'
You
best.
fixed her.
Ugh. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we're gonna see normal Hayden in this.
Stay close.
Man, Darth Vader's on your trail and you have his daughter.
I just spoke with Lord Vader.
You spoke to him yourself.
He asked me to lead the hunt. Unless you feel I should follow your orders instead. Send out the probes. Do it now.
God, her ambition is off the friggin' charts. I love it.
I will get what I deserve. Third sister. And so will you.
I would choose your words more carefully, fifth brother. Although...
I hope so.
Oh...
Now remember, if anyone asks what farmers will talk, or my daughter, you don't talk.
I can't talk or I don't like to talk.
You don't talk.
Just in general.
This is where he told us to come to.
Well, give it a moment.
They're just late.
Maybe it was a lie. I knew it. I never should have trusted him.
We don't know if maybe...
No one is coming here, Leia.
Well, if we're on our own, we're gonna need some help.
What are you doing?
Maybe they can give us a
Hitchhiking.
ride to the spaceport.
But it's not safe.
He seems friendly.
He seems friendly.
This is my friend, my father. This is my father, Orden. We're farmers from Tal.
Hey there, I'm Freck.
Hi.
Father,
That's Imperial. Oh well. I mean... what else was gonna be out here? Literally in the sticks. Uh-oh. Troopers. Maybe they just need a ride.
Well, hop in. Meet my new friend. Thanks, Freck.
It's a wonderful plan you've figured out, Leia. Oh.
What are you doing out here?
That's a long story.
It's a long way.
Holiday?
he brought me here to see the place where he met my mother. Or she...
She's not with us anymore. They know what they're doing, Leia.
You called her Leia.
That wasn't the
I
name.
thought her name was Lumba.
It's a middle name.
That was her mother's name. I get confused. Like I said, it's not been easy. Sometimes when
I mean-
look at Luma, I see her mother's face.
Oh. It's the one thing of truth he just
I
said.
miss her very much.
You knew her. My real mother, didn't you?
It was just a story.
The whole time I've known you, you've been hiding something.
Uh,
Are you my real father?
no.
I wished I could say I was. But no, I'm not.
I still have glimpses. Flashes, really. My mother's shawl. My father's hands. I remember a baby.
A baby?
Yes, I think I had a brother. I really don't remember him.
I assume, though,
Then I
mean,
joined the Jedi. and
are
I
the
got a new
Kenobis
family
out there
just like
somewhere?
you.
A couple of strays I found. Thought you might want to check them out.
God damn it, Freck. Oh no, one of the Amman droids. Duh. Man, he went for gun. Interesting, he's not going for lightsaber. Oh! Oh my god! That poor guy.
I'm putting it down. Just let it go.
Ooh! That was a good shot! And he's out of practice, too. Oh. Oh, this is the ally?
Come on. They'll have sent a transmission. We have to hurry. I'll take you the rest of the way.
Oh, sweet. Ally. Yay, allies.
Oh, it's all right. He's on our side. Designation's Net B.
Hi, Ned B.
Hello.
This is L0LA59.
Lola.
Lola, say hello.
He's just a loader. They don't allow them to communicate.
Aw. In BFR. Big friendly robot. BFD. Big friendly
What is this place?
droid.
We have safe houses like this throughout the galaxy.
Who are you, anyway?
Trying to link the systems. These days, the Empire hunts anyone who's force sensitive,
Is that...
even children.
What happens to them?
I feel like I've seen her on Torchwood or something.
We're not sure.
Quinlan was here.
Yeah, he
Oh.
helps now and again. Smuggling younglings.
He's still alive.
Only when the eyes are closed can you truly see.
See.
The way.
I wear it on the other side. It gives me a faster draw.
Can you teach me how to shoot?
Leia,
Nah.
come and get ready.
You'll make a good fighter one day.
Yes, I think you might be right.
You know,
Why
this is
do
such
you
a
do this?
catalyst event for Leia.
Risk everything.
Uh-oh. Oh. Is it them? Oh! It's him! Oh. I bet he feels that same cold that Ezra and Ahsoka did. Oh man, he hates sand. It's the first time he's seen Anakin. And that's the first time Leia's seeing her father. You're gonna have to save them. Oh. Jeez. I love he's not even saying anything. Huh? He's just getting the vaguest hints of him. Alright, not a confrontation. But they'll sense and he'll lead them away. Oh my god! Oh man. He circled around. Bye.
You cannot run.
Ugh! It's the first time he's ignited that in 10 years. Man, it kind of gives away where you are. Man, is it really him, or is... Like, now that we're away, is that actually him?
What have you become?
I am what you made me.
Oh, shit. Bye. Obi-Wan is definitely taking advantage of the fact that Vader doesn't run. No! Man, how does he sneak up? Oh, God. Oh, that's very A New Hope. I like that
Years have
he's...
made you weak.
He's holding him more like Alec Guinness did. This is definitely closer to episode 4.
bring him back.
Yeah, I hope so. Hope you didn't just send her to her death. Oh my god, these colors though. Oh god, he's going one-handed too.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
It's totally just him. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. This is just him. I questioned, but I don't. Is that like an early rebellion symbol? You know, it probably wasn't a good idea to leave proof on the walls. Man, kick up the sand, you know he hates it. What did he do? Oh!
Now you will suffer, Obi-Wan.
Oh. Ooh! Do to him what was done to Vader.
Your pain has just begun.
Oh my god. Man, you don't get this shit in episode 4. Oh yeah, extra proof this is all not just in his head. Like before. Ooh! Sniper! Ooh, light it up again. Fire, my one weakness. Damn, let him go. I mean, let him go to suffer.
Are you the one I'm supposed to meet?
Unfortunately, they couldn't make it, but I'll take you from here.
Man, how did she get there first? God damn it. Is that it? Ah, is it? Oh, man. That's so amazing. It's so amazing having both of them, too, you know? Because, I mean, we've had James Earl Jones off and on. He's been in Rebels. He's been in Rogue One, you know? But the fact that it's James Earl Jones and Hayden Christensen. That's so cool. There's a part of me that wishes Rogue One hadn't happened so that this would be the first live-action appearance of Vader since Revenge of the Sith. But to be fair, Rogue One was many years ago at this point. So, I mean, what was that? 2016, I think? That's 6 years ago. 5.5, I guess. So, but we've had him in Rebels since then, you know? I mean, it's sort of the same way. Spoiler alert for Solo, I guess. You know, when you get to the end of Solo and it's like, oh, there's Maul, and it's like, oh my god, but it's like, well, we had Maul and Rebels and stuff and Clone Wars, and it's like, yeah, but it's Maul in live action. It's Ray Park and Sam Witwer. It's the same thing here, you know? It's Hayden Christensen and James Earl Jones. You know, and I gotta say, James Earl Jones, how old is he? Like 100? That man is he still got it. It's amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. So is Zach Braff as Freck. That's interesting. Yeah, how old is James Earl Jones now? 1931, so that's 91, I'm pretty sure. Man is 91 years old. And he's still fucking got it. Man, I'm gonna be so sad when that guy dies. Aw, man. And then, let me see if I've got this right. Yeah, I was right. I was right. Hang on. What was the actress's name? Indira Varma, who played Tala. She was in just a couple episodes of Torchwood, but I recognized her. I was like, oh, hey, you know? So that was cool. She's definitely got the look of an Imperial officer down, you know? Like, I don't know how to describe it, but there is a certain look to an Imperial officer, you know? So, okay. That's part 3. That is part 3. Does it feel kind of weird that we're not moving on to another episode? Ah, well. We're fine, because we got a lot of good stuff out of that episode. All right. You know, I love that the crux of this series is helping Leia. Like, that makes so much sense. It's like, okay, what would drag Obi-Wan away? Because even if they're looking for Obi-Wan, he's on Tatooine. He's fine. Technically, I don't think Vader ever knew he was on Tatooine, you know? Because they left Tatooine and it wound up on the Death Star, you know? So, well, I mean, I guess they figured out the droids, you know? They figured out the droids. At the very least, the droids were taking the message, and they were on Tatooine. So maybe he put 2 and 2 together. I bet he was kicking himself when he realized it. But yeah, I mean, so when you have to think like, okay, what is this show going to be about? What brings Obi-Wan Kenobi back in order to face the Inquisitors, or in this case, face Darth Vader? And the answer is Leia. The answer is Leia, and that's really, really great, you know? And you know, I'm curious because we're now at the halfway point of the show, which is crazy. I feel like we just started, and we just did. I just started this 2 days ago, you know? But we're at the halfway point of the show, and it's interesting because I'm curious how much more Vader there's going to be. I'm sure there's going to be more. You know, I'm sure he's going to be pissed about losing Obi-Wan. And I feel like there's going to be more visions of Anakin as well. You know, I feel like that we got a brief glimpse at a vision of just Anakin. And I'm sure we're going to have a bit more of that. But I'm curious if there's going to be another encounter between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. And I don't think there really will be, you know? I think we had it here at the midway point so that now we sort of transition to, or maybe not transition to, but now we have to have the focus on Reva, you know? She almost took a back seat in this episode because of Vader's presence. So I feel like we have to sort of, you know, because Reva seems to be more of the antagonist of the show, you know? She's the one putting events into motion. Everyone else is just sort of following what she's doing. The Inquisitors, even Vader, the only reason he's here is because she found him, you know? So I feel like we have to now transition to more of Reva trying to find Obi-Wan, and then eventually Obi-Wan, presumably the way this show will end is Reva is defeated or killed or just, you know, taken out by Vader. She may be killed by Vader, you know, for her failures. And then the show will end with Obi-Wan getting Leia back to Alderaan and then returning to Tatooine, you know? I imagine that's how the show will end. So, if that is the case, I like how they've done this. I like how they've done this, that it's like, okay, we know what everyone wants. We want some form of encounter between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, you know? And while we will also have I'm sure, encounters with Obi-Wan and Anakin. I'm sure there will be some sort of vision thing with Anakin where we will actually just see Hayden Christensen. We all wanted just some sort of encounter. Even if it was just a dream, a nightmare or something, we wanted some sort of encounter between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. And now we've gotten that. We can move on, We got that. Now we need to focus. This isn't just, Obi-Wan versus Vader the show. We had that encounter, but that just is a part of this plot, So yeah, I think this will all work out, and if that is, that's probably the only encounter Obi-Wan and Vader have until A New Hope, So I like that. I think that definitely works. But yeah, to go into some of the notes, so Reva. So she wants to be the Grand Inquisitor, which is interesting. But the fifth brother is next in line for Grand Inquisitor, which is interesting. Now I'm trying to think... I'm trying to think back to Rebels, I'm trying to think back to Rebels after the Grand Inquisitor died, that, Season 1 was the Grand Inquisitor. Season 2 were the remaining Inquisitors and Darth Vader, So, but I never got a sense of fifth brother being in charge, If anything, he seemed more like a brute, and 28th Sister, or whoever that was, seemed to be more of the brains behind the two of them. And then there was the one with the mask. I don't know. It's hard to remember which brother or sister they are, And don't even get me started. I don't know who's in the games. I know because a while ago, this would be probably about 1 or 2 years ago, I streamed a little bit of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and you can still find those streams on the channel. I didn't get very far, but there was, at the beginning, I remember there is an encounter between Cal and one of the Inquisitors, but I don't remember which one. So, I don't think it's any of the ones from the shows. So, yeah. But anyway, Reva wants to be the Grand Inquisitor, and if she can pull this off, which so far she hasn't, she will get that position, which is interesting. Now, they don't... Clearly, she's blaming Obi-Wan on the death of the Inquisitor, the Grand Inquisitor. I don't... See, I'm still curious how that's going to play out. Now, by saying, I'm curious how that will play out, I'm only vaguely curious because it's going to have to be figured out at some point. It's not something I'm going to, put 80 hours of theories into or something. It's I just want to know what's going to happen. And I'm sure, I don't think we're going to get to the end of the show and it's just oh, well, whatever. They just don't tell us or something. I'm sure they'll tell us something about it. That'll probably be part of, Reva's downfall is the Grand Inquisitor, probably reviving, after soaking in a Bacta tank. He'll be fine, and then he'll get better, and then he'll be you fucking stabbed me. And then that will probably be her undoing. I imagine we're going to have her undoing at some point, But yeah. No, I know there's another theory that Reva was one of the Jedi younglings who was in the flashback at the beginning of Order 66. And there have been theories oh, well, if she's a Jedi youngling, perhaps she blames Obi-Wan for Order 66 and she's trying to get revenge and stuff like that. And it's possible. I don't really see that too much, but it's entirely possible. I'm not going to, cry foul if it does happen. But yeah, I'm very curious as to what she wants, Now, a part of me kind of thinks, okay, are we putting a little too much stock into her? Or maybe that's not even the right way of saying it. I'm kind of wondering, is she going to be this layered villain, or is she going to be I don't want to say generic, but a normal, average Star Wars villain, you know? Because you have layered Star Wars villains. You have Vader, you have Sidious, Dooku to an extent, Maul certainly, I would say. I would even probably throw Kylo Ren in there when he was the villain, when he was allowed to be the villain. But yeah, so you have these sort of layered villains, but honestly, you do also have the sort of average villains. The Grand Inquisitor, I would say, kind of falls into that, you know? He's just a bad guy that you have to stop, you know? I might throw Tarkin into there, honestly. But then you get, again, even some of the more complicated ones like Krennic, I would say, you know, with him trying to sort of rise in the ranks, and, you know, he's doing this Death Star project and stuff. So I'm curious, like, where Reva will fall, and I almost wonder if, I don't know, I don't want to, like, set her up too high if they do go for something like that, but I don't think they will. So, see, I'm just sort of working out my thoughts as I talk, so, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there is something, but I'm just very curious, because honestly, it's fine if you have just a normal Star Wars villain. That's fine, you know? But as the main antagonist, you should probably get something interesting, so we'll just have to see. We'll just have to wait and see what they're going to do with her, so. But yeah, so that's all interesting. We had Mapuzo, and I love Leia taking charge, and, you know, it's like, oh, and you don't talk and stuff, and she immediately just goes up and talks to Freck, which was interesting. So yeah, that was fun. I like that. And yeah, he did seem like a nice guy, but he's apparently an Empire diehard, so, yeah. And yeah, we had the troopers and stuff, and I like the cover story of, you know, like, oh, well, we lost her mother, and the whole thing of, like, oh, I thought her name was Luma, and it's like, oh, sometimes I get confused. Like I said, it's very hard, you know? So, I like that. It's interesting, you know, something I mentioned last time was, you know, whenever, I feel like with anyone else, Leia would be testing their patience, but Obi-Wan has the greatest patience. I mean, he had to deal with Anakin, so I think his patience is, you know, off the charts. There were only a couple times here where he got a little snippy, you know? It's like, no one's coming here, Leia, you know? But I like that it's not, you know, it's not, he doesn't lose his temper that much. Even then, he's just slightly frustrated, and he's worried, you know? He's worried about Leia, and, you know, worried about getting her home. So, and especially, too, even right now, he's also dealing with everything of realizing that Anakin is still alive, you know? So, I like that. I like that. It's definitely, it's such an interesting thing with Obi-Wan, you know? And even when Leia's asking, like, 10,000 different questions, most people would probably be like, alright, that's enough questions, you know, shut up now. We don't need to keep doing this. But I like he does answer her questions, you know? Because he's patient, he's thoughtful, and he's just a good person, you know, when she starts asking about the Force, and he describes it to her, you know? So I like that. It's such an interesting thing about Obi-Wan, you know? And I also like we got into a bit, I mean, not even of his backstory, just a bit of his origin where, you know, like most Jedi, he was taken as a youngling. Granted, you know, it's interesting, you know, he says, you know, I have very, you know, brief glimpses, my father's hands, my mother's shawls. There was a baby. I think I had a brother, you know? And we've never really heard about that stuff, but pretty much he was taken so young that that's not a part of his life, his old family. And it's interesting that, you know, a Jedi would almost never track down their family because they keep their name, you know? They keep their name, so presumably somewhere in the galaxy there is a family of Kenobis, but he never goes and looks for them, you know? They never go and look for their families, which is interesting, which is what made Anakin such an exception. Because he was older, he did remember his mother, and he eventually did go and check on his mother, you know? So yeah, it's really interesting stuff, you know? What time is it? 11:30. Sorry, I just suddenly realized I was hungry, so So yeah, I'm fine. We're gonna keep talking. We're gonna be fine. But definitely after this, I think I'm gonna go get some lunch. So anyway, but we continue. So yeah, we had Tala saving us at the border, which was cool, and the path, and Quillen Voss. Now, let me see. I don't remember every Jedi off the top of my head, but I mean, I recognize the name. Let me see if I can spell this right. Quillen. I remember it's Quillen Voss specifically. Did I get it right? Ah, so close. Oh, was Quillen Voss the freaking Tarzan one? Maybe Tarzan's not the right one. But oh man, he's kind of shirtless though. Yeah, I kind of recognize this guy. Yeah, I kind of recognize this guy. I can't remember what episode he was in though. But alright, that's cool. So, hey, at least Obi-Wan knows there is at least one Jedi out there, you know? Now, I also looked, and I remembered that Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order only takes place 5 years after Revenge of the Sith, which is interesting. Which means it's 5 years before Obi-Wan Kenobi and 10 years before Star Wars Rebels. So, that's really interesting. I would be very curious. That would be so cool to have a sort of cameo of Cameron Monaghan, I think that's how you say his name, as Cal Kestis. That'd be pretty cool, but I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure the game is canon, you know? And although, I don't know, maybe they wouldn't want to do that because they do have the sequel they just announced, so I don't know. But anyway, or maybe they would because they announced the sequel, but who knows. Anyway, I really gotta play that game again sometime, so yeah. But I already asked in the last episode if you guys would like me to continue the game on the channel, and the thing is, that episode, again, like I said, hasn't gone up yet because at time of recording this, so yeah, I just wasn't expecting this today, you know? Oh well. But yeah, they also have the whole thing of, you know, once you close your eyes, you can truly see. And it's like, I'll see what? The way. This is the way, I guess. I don't know. But that was interesting. And I think that's, you know, good advice for Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan is really struggling with the Force right now, you know? He's really struggling with the Force right now. So he definitely needs to, like, kind of retrain himself, I guess, to reconnect with the Force. So, yeah. And then we had the big moment, the encounter. I love that, you know, normally a character, you know, they would start hurting or killing civilians, and they would be like, oh, Obi-Wan, you best come out here and try to save these poor people. I love Vader doesn't say a fucking thing. He just starts killing people, and he's like, I know Obi-Wan. He's going to be out here any minute. He knows that. He doesn't say a goddamn thing. And it's brilliant. And, you know, for a little bit, when they left the town, I was curious if this was in Obi-Wan's head, because we had that vision earlier of Anakin. But no. That was a straight-up encounter between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. And, oh man, it was great. It was so great. And I like that it is closer to Episode 4 fighting, you know? Obi-Wan's out of practice. Darth Vader, he fights a lot differently than he did in Episode 3. And I like that. And I like how immediately, pretty much any time Obi-Wan has held his lightsaber in this, he always starts off with the sort of stance that Alec Guinness did, you know? He's not doing any of this crap or anything. He is closer to Alec Guinness now, and I like that. And yeah, it was a pretty decent, I mean, fight, maybe a sort of a loose term. You know, Obi-Wan was trying to keep him away, and Vader was kind of just toying with him, honestly. And then just the fire, that was crazy. And I like how he did that he spilled the oil and then ignited it with his lightsaber. And then he just burned Obi-Wan. It seemed to only really get his arm, maybe, you know, a lot of his side. But I think that's part of, you know, why Obi-Wan isn't that great in episode 4. He got burned terribly, you know? But that is only the beginning of his pain, which is crazy. So yeah. So that was crazy, but Tala was able to save him. I want to believe that Vader could have easily, gotten around that fire and taken him, because like, no, I'm gonna let him fester in that, because it's the pain of realizing what's happened to his old apprentice, and the literal pain of fire, and realizing that's what happened to his apprentice is the fire. Feeling that sort of pain, he's like, no, I'm just gonna let him fester in that. So I'm sure Vader could have done something, but he didn't. He just didn't. So yeah. So that was all really, really interesting. And yeah, they got away, but unfortunately Reva got to Leia, which is a problem. So yeah, that's an issue that we're going to have to deal with next time in part 4. So yeah. But again, really, really great stuff, and I'm looking forward to next Wednesday when we do this again. Hopefully just next Wednesday. Hopefully they don't spring another episode on Saturday or something, But we'll have to see. We will definitely have to see. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Obi-Wan Kenobi reactions, as well as another playlist for all of my Book of Boba Fett reactions if you want to go check those out. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.